It is only the second time in the history of the brand on QVC they have brought a water-resistant trench coat.
Isn't that great?
It's a great look for fashion, but they wanted to make sure that this is great for all types of weather. And it's also the first time they've ever really brought one with a hood, which I think is amazing. And it's removable. So it's 5 easy payments of $17.91 a month for the only day this month. So Easy Pay is going away at the end of the day, and we have 3 glorious shades.
Delicious colors.
Absolutely.
Let's just say it. They're amazing.
We begin with khaki, and sometimes khaki is so lifeless.
Yep.
And this has great tone to it.
Got a lot of warmth to it. Yes. And I think that's sometimes where khaki can go wrong. All of a sudden it gets very washed out.
It's a little cadaver.
There you go.
Yeah.
We call it cadaver. Nobody wants to look like a cadaver.
I painted a wall that color once by accident. I went, oh, I don't like the way it looks in here.
So warm and tonal in that khaki, which is so pretty.
Then we also have dark navy.
Hello, dark navy. And I adore what you're going to see inside all of them. We've done some fun piping on the lining.
This
little designer stuff, which is so cool.
Again, not only this should be adding an extra digit and bumping it up a couple of times.
Oh,
I mean, this is because I know how much Joan loved a trench.
Well, that was her thing. She, you know, I always said when the sable went back in the closet in the spring, out came the trench coat.
Right.
And that was her first go-to in the fall as well. Second time, we did one in the spring, water resistant. Second time this year for the water resistant. So it's not just a gorgeous fashion statement, and we all love our trench coats because they're cool.
Of course.
Now it's like drizzly day, grab your raincoat trench coat.
And now we're calling this one wine, but David and I were having a discussion about this.
It's a mulberry.
It's more berry, mulberry than burgundy.
Maybe it's a Merlot, because Merlot has a little berry to it. But tortoise buttons on all. We did that classic, you know, kind of Burberry statement with the classic tortoise look buttons. All the details that we know you guys love for our trench coats. The epaulets, the gorgeous cuff belt, which I think is such a cool detail.
And by the way, I neglected to mention that these are numeric sizes, and we actually begin at size 2, and we go through 28.
220. You want to throw it on?
Why, thank you, sir.
I think you should. So now 5'2", and I love the buttoned hood. So the hood is removable. Gosh. It's a lined hood. It's very luxurious. The whole lining is gorgeous in general. But you know what? I'll release your belt so you can actually belt it.
Oh yeah, because you can see right here it was tied there.
What we do is we tie them to the back, and it's an extra long belt for that exact reason. You just do a little double knot in the back. That was Joan's trick. And what it also did was, if you turn a little bit, it slims you down from the side.
Well, you know what? To
pull the coat in and
point,
sort of do that kind of a work.
If you don't like to belt in the front, and I've always been very conscious of that as a shorter person. Many times I wouldn't belt in the front because I felt like it cut me in half.
In the wrong place. Yeah.
Right. Oh. But let's talk about how this is always going to be the right place. Why is it always the right place?
I thought Sharon was going to fall off the couch in the green room. We do a double position for our belt. Now, I don't know why the Burberrys of the world don't do that, because you had mentioned that you'd be trying something on in the store and you wouldn't purchase it because it cut you in the wrong spot.
Sometimes it was
or you would even remove the belt loops, which is crazy.
I would cut them off, and then I would end up just tying the belt where I wanted it.
I would probably leave this on the lower loop for you, but if you are a little more high-waisted, you just move it up to that higher level, and then boom, it's the custom fit. And we do put a buckle on the belt, but I love it tied.
No, you know, I never buckle.
This is Casablanca. This is Ingrid Bergman on the runway with a trench coat, and fabulous.
And
I mean,
look,
stop it right now.
The
that
look looks
so
really
good on
great,
you.
but wait for it.
I know, I do love a hood.
Look, wait.
Okay, you're so funny. There's a little dancer move. You were like, I could
Well,
dip.
you know what? Because the shape of this, very often hoods get very sort of like weird and close to the face, and I feel like, you know, I'm protecting my hairdo from the 1960s. Like, I don't want to look like that.
I love it.
I want to have this beautiful, almost cloak-like hood on the back.
It's a gorgeous hood. It is. Girls, you look sensational. I'm looking over. Looks like a magazine layout, doesn't it? This feels voguey to me. Like, the colors are good. I love that you could dress it up in the skirt. Amanda's got it on with a skirt. Aday put it on with our Today Special Value plaid, which only looks awesome.
That looks fabulous.
Isn't that good?
I have to say, the cocoa color in the Today Special Value, along with the khaki in this for those shades of neutrals, because then the cocoa almost takes on this little pinkish hue, but they're still neutrals, and you'll see that in a second, because we're actually looking at Jackie right now. She's wearing the dark navy, and is she also wearing it with that great pants?
And that's our new navy,
new
navy color in the signature pants. So it's like a tonal head-to-toe navy. Awesome. I want to show on, I guess it's a light enough color, I'm going to show on Amanda how the hood is attached, because you're basically going to get button positions all the way around. So you're simply, if you want to remove it, you're simply going to unbutton it. But when you are wearing it and it's down to the back, turn to the back, beautifully lined. So you've got that gorgeous satin lining. Again, your hair is not going to get caught. If you want to preserve your hairstyle and still wear the hood, it could go up and over and still float and not pull your hair, not tug on your hair.
That's exactly why I liked it when I put it on up there. It wasn't too tight. It didn't smash my head when I put it on.
Exactly. And if you're not a hood girl, just unbutton and save it for a rainy day.
Which I think is
marvelous.
Awesome. So your price, again, this is new today. It's a top find. We expect it to be popular because the trenches in this collection are always popular, but this has two added benefits. The water-resistant quality,
which is amazing,
and the hood, which again is your choice because you can totally remove it. And I love seeing this on Jackie in the navy with the pop of color that's on the outside. She took the top that she's wearing. Is that the crepe top we started with?
Yeah, that beautiful sort of raspberry color.
Look
so pretty.
The English rose.
English rose, such a pretty color. Now, keep in mind outerwear.
Yes.
This is a coat. We actually put seaming, and I'll show on a day because it's going to be easier to see on the lighter color. But you know, a lot of designers go to outerwear and they just make a box. They put sleeves, they keep it nice and loose and flowy. What you're going to find here is we've actually incorporated princess seam and some side seaming to give you the shape. So when you put it on, it's not going to look boxy and clunky. It's going to be like putting on a beautifully cut blazer or sport coat. And that seaming goes all the way around to the back as well. You're going to get, you know, really kind of shaping done with 5 seams, which is really pretty. I mean, that to me, and they're all flat. They're tailoring, and they're flat welt seams, so they're going to look very expensive. And then hood if you love, but if you don't, just unbutton that hood, and as I said, save it for the rainy day when you want the hood. But I love, and then a day did just a little double knot in the back. What that does is basically it pinches the coat in a little bit, just defines your waist more, which is, I think, just fantastic. Hey, Kulani, my red, white, and blue girl. How awesome is that?
You know what? She's wearing this perfectly for right now because she has her little white sandal on.
Cute.
She has her white ankle pant on. She's got her Red Today Special Value shirt on. And she's doing this very sort of almost patriotic themed red, white, blue, but very classic.
Well, I love Spectator. I like red, white, and black, red, white, and blue. There's something Americana about that. There's something clean and classic. I always think you can't go wrong with red, white, and blue.
Yeah, and a little bold, just a little bit, because
it can
they're
be
all
bolder.
contrasting
You
each
got
other.
it. You got it. It can be a little punchier, which is great. Now, Kulani at 5'1½". I love the length. It's just to the sort of the break of your knee.
And are you wearing the size 2?
Probably
okay,
the 2.
the size 2. I'm wearing the size 4. I'm 5'2". She's wearing the size 2. She's 5'1½".
And a day, how tall are you?
5'8".
5'8". So again, on a day, the length is kind of fabulous. It's above her knee. And Amanda, I always forget, 5'9". Heck, yeah, I remembered. And how classic does that look over a skirt? A lot of times, trench coats can. Isn't that cute?
And the skirt is coming.
Skirt's in the show. It's our new jersey skirt.
And
which
this
is
is, I think, if I recall, the first time you've done heathering on this material.
That's absolutely right.
Is that
It
right?
is a pull-on stretch jersey in a heather. It looks like charcoal. It looks like a Giorgio Armani charcoal skirt. Gorgeous.
So you're going to have to stay with us for that. But quickly, I wanted to remind you of the colors. All 3 of them are out here. So the one that you're looking at is wine, although it is more of a mulberry color. The one that I'm wearing is the khaki, and then we've got Kulani, who's wearing the dark navy.
Love.
It's numeric sizing. We have Rosemary from New York joining us. Rosemary, this is David Dangle. My name is Sharon. How are you today?
Hi, Rosemary.
Rosemary, are you there?
Did we lose?
I ordered the coat in the wine color. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Oh,
Isn't it?
thank you so much. Is this your first trench coat from the Joan collection, Rosemary?
Oh my God, no! I have Joan's other coats. I think in almost every color of the trench.
Oh wow!
It's fabulous. The fabric is fabulous. It doesn't wrinkle. It's classic. It never, like you said, it never goes out of style.
Right.
I mean,
it's just a beautiful garment, and the price is ridiculous.
You
Isn't it a great price?
Wonderful, Rosemary. I agree. And you know, when you see tailoring like this, when you see the quality of, and you know our quality of fabrics, Rosemary, we're really sticklers for the best of the best. I agree. I think the price is very impressive. I really do. For outerwear, which traditionally you go into any store in the world and it starts at $100 and shoots right up from there. So, but I like that you own some of our trench coats already, so you know the tailoring and you know the styling and you know the durability. I'll bet you don't have one that's water resistant.
No, I don't. That's why I ordered this one.
Awesome.
That's wonderful, and I love the fact that you have put the hood on it.
Yeah,
the hood.
That's a first also, Rosemary,
That's
as
a
you know.
great addition.
Yep.
You know, that's
And-
really, you need that, especially in New York.
Oh, on a day like yesterday, how about that rain?
Oh my gosh,
Holy,
torrential yesterday,
whoa,
right?
flash flood warnings
my
in New York
goodness.
City.
But look, that's what
Crazy.
I love, Rosemary. I mean, I'm even going to bring it forward a little more. I
So
love
those
that it
really,
doesn't cover
really
my
crummy
eyes,
days.
but I can get good coverage here, and it's not squashing my hair.
And it's got that satin lining, so you're not going. It's not going to pull your hair. It's not going to mess your hair.
Right.
Look, your hair looks perfect, and you just had a hood on.
Thank you.
Awfully good. Oh, Rosemary, I'm thrilled that
It's
you
beautiful.
have them.
I'm so excited to get it. Every
Awesome.
time I put them on, I think of Joan, and I feel like $1 million.
Exactly.
And Joan would love you to feel like $1 million. That was her whole goal in life, was to make you look good and feel good.
Rosemary.
So that's
Well,
awesome.
these coats actually do that, so
Thank you so
Fantastic.
much, Rosemary. Have a wonderful day.
thank you. Thank
Take
you very
care.
much.
Take care. Well,
Bye-bye.
Rosemary said it all. She has lots of our trench
She
coats from
knows the
previous
fit. She
seasons.
knows the quality.
She knows the quality. And you know what? They're never out of style. The trench coat is 100 years old this year.
Is it
It
really?
was World War I, designed by Burberry
Right.
for the men in the trenches, hence the term,
Trench
the
coat.
the soldiers in the trenches. But it's never gone out of style. In the 1920s and the 30s, women started borrowing it from the men.
Right.
Next thing
And then
you
it was
know,
oversized,
It's
obviously, for them.
oversized, and then all of a sudden it's Sharon Stone looking fabulous in some film, and then you've got, Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca wearing a trench coat on that famous runway. It's
Exactly.
amazing how menswear can really look so wonderful in women's wear.
And you know what? I just wanted to show you
Isn't
for a
that fun?
second how everything is finished.
Yep.
Even the buttons that you see on the outside are anchored
Yep.
by the smaller buttons that are on the
that's
inside.
a real
It's
sign
not
of quality.
huge sign of quality, and the way they're all taped and finished there at the edges. I mean, this
Fully
is
lined.
beautifully crafted.
And keep in mind the tortoise button, which I love. We also then play off a tortoise buckle,
Right.
which is, again, all the details are very much like the Burberry style, where it's really, it looks simple, and you start to drill down, and it's so perfectly detailed.
Yeah.
Seaming alone, I mean, there is 10 panels of fabric to make this
You know
coat.
what? As a matter
That's
of fact, I
a
just
lot
wanted
of
to turn
sewing.
around again to show
There you
all
go.
of the seaming.
So
we're seeing
you'll
back
see a
here.
yoke across the back, which always gives you that smooth shoulder, which that's my thing. I love that. I don't want to see a lot of seaming going on up here. But then curved seams making up the whole shaping of the back, that prevents it from fitting like your husband's trench coat would fit. 'Cause
Exactly.
Men don't get that sort of beautiful seaming in our tailoring, and it really is what makes this such a beautiful fit.
So I need to remind you of a couple of things because we only have about a minute and a half left. We have 3 colors. That particular color that you see there is called wine, but it's a bit more mulberry and less burgundy in its undertone. If you're a navy girl, if you just want to try something, if you want to have something that's darker, or maybe you're looking for an alternative to black. For a lot of us,
Yep.
because, especially in New York, black is its own thing.
That's
sometimes.
you have to show that you're wearing black to get into New York. sometimes.
Exactly.
Like, sorry,
that's
where's
right.
your black outfit? Okay,
So
come on in.
here's a way to give you a little bit of color and
fit
still
right
keep you
in.
in your safety zone. But if you want to go beautifully neutral, the khaki that you see right
love.
here is khaki that has life to it. It's not a drab looking khaki.
It's almost
rich and
towards a
beautiful.
camel. It's got a light sort of a hint of a little blushy camel color. And I love that they paired it with the Cocoa Today Special Value. There's something very
Oh, it's
tonal,
beautiful. I love
really
that.
great. And that belt to the back, if you like to use the practical buckle, use that and belt it as you would. You see that in the editorial styling sometimes. But also just try it one day tied to the back.
Right.
Because it is double-breasted, it's going to kind of release the coat a little bit in the front. So you won't get a lot of coat towards the front.
It's a very feminine look in the back.
It is.
It almost gives
It
you the
is.
hint of like what a bustle used to do.
Yeah,
because
that's
of
what
where it just-
shaping, yeah,
It's shaping.
yeah. No,
it's
that's true.
beautiful. So, water resistant. Only the second time they've
Yay.
ever done that for us in a trench, and the first time they've offered one with a hood. But if you don't want it, you can remove it with the buttons that you have there, which you cannot see, by the way. They're hidden underneath.
That's right.
This is a 295129, brand new, 5 easy pays that are going away at the end of the day. Just
Awesome.
choose your color. It's less than 18 bucks a month.
That's amazing.
But we have our today's special value coming up in a few minutes if you'd like to stick with us. If you've been noticing this super cute plaid shirt that all of the ladies and myself have been wearing throughout the program, you're going to love it. But we did specifically mention the skirt that you see here. And the skirt is very important because This is really one of the cornerstones, I would like to say, the skirt silhouette of the Joan Rivers Classics collection.
100%.
Joan was 5'2". She was my height, and I used to love seeing her come in. And I really sort of stole the column of color idea from her, where
The
it was all
blank
black
canvas,
or all gray.
the column,
right?
you got it. And
Exactly.
that's what a skirt like this can do for you. If you have a charcoal turtleneck, you wear the turtleneck, you wear this gorgeous slim charcoal skirt, and then whatever you put on top is what puts you on the best dress list, basically.
So
hey, Amanda, if you're gonna open up your trench if you can. Okay. I don't know what's under. Oh, okay. Well, stay if you want. If not, we'll see you later.
Amanda doesn't know she's supposed to be here. Well, while she figures that out.
Well, you figure that out, dear. Talk amongst yourselves.
I'll show you the two colors.
That's hilarious.
Duran was neither a Duran nor a Duran. Discuss.
That's so funny.
We've got black. So we do have the solid black, if you're looking for that as your great safety color.
Gorgeous.
But we do have the heathered gray. So we've been kind of referring to this lovingly as charcoal because you've never really done a heathering on a knit before.
No, and it's think of gray flannel. Think of a fabulous pair of flannel slacks.
But a material that doesn't stick to anything else.
It is our full stretch ponte. We are fully lined, guys. Not only are we fully lined, but we're lined in a stretch fabric as well. So